Okay, you peed on a stick. Or maybe you're in your second trimester and you are feeling the reality sink in that you do not know how to give birth. Or maybe it's been a really long time since you gave birth. Or maybe the last time you gave birth was not exactly what was in your plan and you'd like to do things differently. So, oh yeah. So today we are going to be unpacking the question, why even take a childbirth class to begin with? Why an out-of-hospital childbirth class might be a great fit for you. And we also want to tell you all about the FAB method that we teach, the cornerstone method of childbirth education. So hit the wow face if you can hear us loud and clear. Hi, Tiffany. Let everybody sign on. Please tag a friend if you think that a friend of yours should be watching this video. And then let us know where you are viewing from. And we also want to welcome our viewers that are watching the replay. All right, ready to get started?
Let's go.
Okay, so we're going to introduce ourselves and then we're going to talk about the benefits of a childbirth ed class and introduce you to our fabulous method that we teach. So I am Amy Moy and my business is Riverbend Birth Services. I am a certified Cornerstone doula. I'm a certified Cornerstone childbirth educator, and I'm also a placenta specialist. I've been doing this since 2015 and loving it. My wife and I have a very spunky 6.5-year-old. We also have a rat terrier who has a major Napoleon complex. She's trouble. I'm an avid reader and also a succulent lover.
My turn. I'm Jen Kelly, and my business is Belly to Bliss Birth Services. I am a birth doula, a Cornerstone trained childbirth educator. Let's see, my favorite things to do are to travel, read, crazy animal lover. I am mom to a 23-year-old son, wow, and my 2 fur babies, Bailey and Nico. Aww. So together, Amy and I have formed Sacramento Cornerstone Childbirth. Yay!
All right, so the first question is why take a childbirth ed class? Evidence-based birth, great resource if you don't already know about it. Rebecca Decker talks about the fact that really only 1 in 2 families are taking a childbirth ed class. Most of them are taking a 1-day hospital-based class, which we fully believe if you're going to take any class, take something. A class. But we want to talk about why invest in an out-of-hospital class. We invest a lot of time and money on finding the perfect stroller, on finding the perfect car seat, perfect baby carrier, perfect doula. And all of those are investments of your time and your money. And, if you've never done this before, not to say that you couldn't do it without childbirth ed, but it really makes a difference. And actually the research is showing that people who took a childbirth ed class perceive their discomfort in labor much less than people who just kind of come in off the street and have their babies.
And even the most fantastic hospital-based childbirth education instructors, and we know some fabulous ones, they have to stick to their scope. And a lot of the time, it is a class that is about the culture of the hospital or this hospital system where they are giving birth. So, and it's a big time constraint. A lot of them, like Amy said, are like 1 day. And so you might need a lot more instruction on, say, comfort measures and some practice and all that kind of good stuff. You might be planning an out-of-hospital birth at a freestanding birth center or possibly a home birth. And some people have the misconception that the midwife or their doula are the only kind of information that they'll get everything from them. But you'd be surprised. A lot of midwives actually require their home birth clients to take a childbirth education class. It's pretty important to know your options, especially interventions and that sort of thing. In case of a hospital transfer, that's one. And also to work with what's going on before the midwives arrive or the doula gets there. It's good to know what kind of things you can do to cope with labor before your birth team kind of gets to your home.
Definitely. All right. So, the other thing that we are finding in teaching an out-of-hospital childbirth class is that we're building community among our participants. And so, we teach a 20-hour class, which means we're meeting for either 4 big chunks of time, and we'll get to all the logistics of our classes toward the end. But, it's either 4 days of, 4.5 hours at a time, or we teach over a course of 8 weeks for 2.5 hours at a time. So we're really, sharing with each other. We're getting to know people that are either, like-minded in their birth choices and birthing locations or not. And the benefit of connecting with people during your pregnancy is that you tend to stay connected to them in the postpartum period.
Super important.
Absolutely, absolutely. We do not need to be having our babies in bubbles. We definitely benefit when we have babies, like we all used to have babies in villages with lots of people surrounding us. So, and you could potentially be making lifelong friends by, really sharing and growing during this really vulnerable time.
Absolutely.
And we know that budget and time are issues and can be limited, but we promise that you won't regret in making this investment. Whether you take our class or another class, you will find real value and benefit in investing some of your time. And plus, I always say to my personal doula clients, when else do you get this carved out time with your partner or partners to really dive into something that's so special and meaningful for you?
Absolutely.
So Jen's going to tell you all about Cornerstone.
So what is the method? The Cornerstone method of childbirth education is an integrated and inclusive childbirth preparation class that was written by Julie and Nikki Tilsner. They are a mother-daughter doula, midwife doula, let's do it straight, partner teams, and they have about 20 years experience between the both of them. And they originally based themselves in the San Francisco Bay Area, but they have recently relocated to Portland, Oregon. It's so beautiful. And they are super, super deeply committed to social justice and inclusivity in the whole birth arena. Completely fabulous things that they're doing. So what is the curriculum about? Julie and Nikki have developed a modern, evidence-based, culturally inclusive, and thorough curriculum that is accessible to numerous different types of learning styles and, like Amy said, fosters community. Each class focuses on a birth sense, and so we have smell, breath, body awareness, touch, sound, voice, sight, and joy. Yes, there is definitely joy in childbirth.
Absolutely. All right. And so, some of the things that we teach in our class, we teach anatomy and physiology of pregnancy and birth so that you understand what in the heck is going on in your body. We teach numerous emotional and physical coping measures and relaxation techniques. We teach you how to write an effective birth plan. We talk about understanding your options. We want you to know what all of your options are, because if you don't know your options,
you don't have any.
That's right. And we talk about how to prepare for the postpartum period. A lot of people who write birth plans, or we actually prefer to call them birth preferences. We write a killer birth preferences document, and then we forget about the postpartum period. And so we ask you to turn toward that in terms of making sure that all of your needs are met. So Jen talked about how the Cornerstone method is an integrated and inclusive method, and I'm going to talk about that inclusivity. So the curriculum truly is suitable for all families, all birth options, all birth locations. It's really at the heart of the work that Cornerstone is doing in terms of wanting to reach all growing families in our communities, right? So the beautiful workbook that we give you on the first day of class is a diverse representation of cultural backgrounds, and the language that we use is very inclusive of various gender expressions, gender identities, sexual identity, as well as religion, abilities, size. All of that matters when you're learning unfamiliar curriculum or information. To see yourself reflected on the page and have your pronouns respected, for example.
Definitely.
So if you are looking for that kind of environment and don't want to, spend the first 20 minutes trying to explain how your family came to be in a non-traditional way, this really might be a good fit for you.
Absolutely. And we also, like Amy mentioned, about financial constraints that could keep you from taking an out-of-hospital childbirth education class. We do offer a partial scholarship. We only ask for a $50 materials fee. We give priority to people of color and people that belong to the LGBTQ plus community, and just that materials fee, and you're in our class for the entire time.
Absolutely. And in the spirit of building community, one of the things we like to do once everybody in class has had their baby is we like to get everybody together again. So we have a class reunion for each session that we teach, where everybody gets to tell their birth stories and share their babies with everybody, and hopefully continue to hold that community between them so that they get and stay together. I have pictures up on my wall of families that I've worked with in the past, both as a private doula and then as a childbirth educator. And, we get pictures sent to us all the time of, look who I just had lunch with, and one of them, hi Tamara, look at you. I get pictures of people who are getting together with other people they've taken class with, or they've met in our own birth community.
So let's get down to what our class schedules look like. So we do a 20-hour class, and we offer it two different options. So you can take 4.5-hour classes on a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., or you can take the full 8 weeks, and that would be on a Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m.
All right. And our classes are held right here in my classroom off the kitchen. So it's a comfortable home classroom setting. We throw out ottomans. We've got different kinds of seating options for you. Lots of pillows, so we get cozy here.
Snacks.
Absolutely. Oh, Jen's in charge of the snacks. She always takes care of you. We are on the Sac Carmichael border on the I-80 side. And our current class fee is $400, and we accept all major debit and credit cards through the Square Cash app. Everything's done electronically, so we'll provide a link to the registration form if you want to sign up for a class down below in the comments. And special note, we do both offer in our individual practices, we offer our doula clients a $100 discount on the class. It just makes sense, right? When we're speaking the same language, I know what you know about birth, and I can help fill in any holes if I need to. If you take another childbirth class, but it just sort of cuts down on the, you know, when we're in the birth room and I can just say to the partner, hey, remember when we did this in class? This is what we're doing now. So it's just an added benefit for our doula clients.
And we're so excited to just be bringing this method to the Sacramento community. It's just practical information. We always say we never sugarcoat things. Mm-hmm. We tell the truth about birth. Yep. And we just want to impact your birth in a positive way. We want you to have a beautiful experience with your birth. And this live video thing, we're going to be making it a priority. And so we're going to be coming with you, it looks like Wednesdays around the same time. And we are going to be talking and answering questions about anything pregnancy, birth, postpartum period, all that kind of good stuff. So make sure you ask your questions. Yes. So we can make sure we got you covered.
Definitely, definitely. And right now, from now until September 30th, we are offering a 10% discount off the cost of your childbirth ed class if you register with us. And so make sure that you mention the Facebook Live video to unlock that offer. And then where can you find us online? So we're going to give you all our deets. We're also going to include them in the comments below. So again, I'm Amy, Riverbend Birth Services. Website is riverbendbirthservices.com. You can find me on Facebook under the same name, Riverbend Birth Services. My Instagram handle is @SacramentoDoula. And my phone number is 916-769-7648.
And I'm Jen, and I am Belly to Bliss Birth Services. And so you can find me at bellytobliss.com. My Facebook is exactly the same, Belly to Bliss Birth Services. And my phone number is 209-322-5271. Facebook stuff for our childbirth education class. So again, we're Sacramento Cornerstone Childbirth, and that would be our Facebook page. Yep. And our Instagram handle is Sac Cornerstone Childbirth.
All right, and you can read more about the Cornerstone method. We're working on a website, but for now, I have a childbirth ed page on my website. So just go to riverbendbirthservices.com /childbirth-education/. Or you can call either one of us and ask us your questions. We would be happy to answer them. Oh, did we say the email address? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
That's just saccornerstonechildbirth@gmail.com. So saccornerstonechildbirth@gmail.com. And, you know, we couldn't survive without people telling us what they wanted to know, right, in terms of these Facebook Lives. So we want to know what you're interested in. Send us all your birthy questions. So like Jen said, you know, pregnancy related, childbirth related, postpartum period related. Let us know what you want us to tackle in upcoming videos, and we will definitely make sure to check back often with comments, and feel free to message us through Facebook.
Definitely. We are passionate about birth.
Yeah.
We are the birth nerds of Sacramento. No, I'm just kidding. So anything and everything is open to talk about when it comes to all those good things that we talked about. So stay tuned. You'll get lots of great information from two pretty badass doulas, childbirth educators. And so we already kind of figured next week we're going to talk about those birth preferences documents. Yep. So we're going to give you some tips and tricks on how to make those. Fantastic.
And how to make it so your care provider will actually read it. That's essential.
Not a mouse pad.
No, not that we've seen that.
Absolutely not.
We've seen that. So be sure to click Get Notifications at the bottom of the video, and that way you will be notified of any future videos that are coming your way. And we just want to say thanks for joining us. We see you guys.
Oh, look at all that stuff. We didn't even see all that.
I know.
Thank you.
Great to see you guys. Should we shout out everybody?
Sure.
I already said hello to Tiffany and Tamara. There's my friend Diane.
Courtney and Shaylin.
Melissa Hernandez, thanks for joining. Hi, Emma. and Connie. Oh, Jen has a question. Jennifer.
What is the Cornerstone method? I think we kind of went down. These were kind of down, so we didn't see them as they were popping up.
Okay, this was an earlier one.
Yeah.
We'll get better at this. This
definitely.
is our first one.
So how is it different from Lamaze, hypnobirthing, birthing from within, ICEA, etc.? Did you already explain it? I'm hopping in late. Hi, Jen. We kind of explained it, yeah. but yeah, what makes it different than all those other kind of childbirth education classes that she mentioned? It's kind of like it's all the great stuff from all those different things brought into one spot. So we talk about breathing, we talk about not really hypnobirthing, but we do relaxation techniques and all that kind of good stuff. And I just think it takes a lot of the good stuff out of all the other wonderful programs that are out there and kind of puts it all in one good pot.
And Julie Tilsner, who's the midwife of the midwife doula team that wrote the method, she taught Bradley courses for 12 years. So she's very deeply rooted in that as her foundation, and that sort of informed her knowledge and the way that she wanted to write the curriculum. Definitely.
Hope that answered your question.
Yeah. So thanks again, everybody. We hope you enjoyed, and feel free to share on your own timelines and help us get the word out about Sacramento Cornerstone Childbirth. And we look forward to seeing you again.
See you next week.
See you live.